What can I say? We'll carry on.
Jim FM. Jim FM.
Abeli, Abena Sante. Abandiri, Abena Sante. Abandiri, Abena Sante. It's a matter and it's imminent.
Woman hene, Abena Sante. Woman hene, Abena Sante. Woman hene, Abena Sante. What can I say? We'll carry on.
Mame Kosunda was say also no pano antia se for that say dan enye da for no Dwaso Nsem on Adom 106.3 FM Medoman Hene Kwabna Sante me gina aye fojo Listowell anafe Joshua Tigo Ayua 05 anafe Nelly Ajwaje Siwa DJ Awana Kofi Hassan me gina one nyina one name na mamu akwaba ba me mu akwaba to a very sad one in our life se oko aye Upper Easter the ensure ato so ena mako enwoche how any union e dia bre enu anama won wo atifi mantema. It's a sad one. So on this big story I pay we're going to share na yato adwene ahwekwan be fa so a we sa how we nyina no I have a responsibility. Debi adameka also to your mind you have a responsibility and sana agencies ahodo so a ejina ya name asade share o man musu no one more responsibilities. It's very worrying. Enti ebekwa aguma so quickly ni akoji nchirimu yie na nchirimu na chi no ya hwekwan aye kwa anim asoman no ebetimi amane ma toto Jerry Asmenin Upper East Regional Director of NADMO. Jerry, much approve the same.
Thank you.
Jerry, good morning. How are you?
Morning. How are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
Yes. Oh, fine.
Well, Mami Mbusa we Jerry. Wadaroma, the production team, huni the kinkaino. We are worried. If that is the case, they are ebe hardly. Yeah. So my inchirimu kakra. Edie poti na ensure aye ewo Upper East region.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I think the sad aspect is all the news that you are hearing about the region, and the good side is that the Bagley Dam, that has always been a serious problem to the country, and for that matter, the region, hasn't spilled yet. But this is as a result of purely torrential rainfall. That is starting from this month. Right now, the total number of death now has risen as of yesterday is 28 now. And the hardest hits are the Bulsa North and South. That is Sandema, the Nabrongo constituency. That is Katsina Nankane West. East. Then the Kasina Nankana West is the China Paga.
Okay, but Jerry, Pacho, Oba me kakra wan say Oba Timini Maka, a tree Kasana Kabemide.
Oh, Chini maintain a year.
I'm fra, my
maintain a cry. Even my tree is not even 10%.
Okay, so go ahead then. Go ahead then.
So
yeah.
That is the problem.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. No problem. Go ahead.
So that has been our plight now. We have almost about 640,000 displaced as of yesterday in the evening, our collation point indicated. And then the number of injured, we have over 30, but right now 19 are still in the hospital. Then others are discharged either through broken limbs, and they want to have the traditional way of treating broken limbs. The few that are in the hospital now, about 19 are still, women and children are still in the hospital. And that is our concern. The levels of, water is rising fast. The Bagri Dam too is equally at the point of being spilled. That is the maximum is 235. And right now, the level indicates that it's 234.7, which means we barely have about 0.3 meters to be filled. So we are likely to experience more if that happens. But as of now, the total number of houses that have collapsed are in thousands. Partial collapse to in hundreds. The few that are in the distance, all the displaced persons are all taken in. Most of them are taken in by neighbors and then family members. Some few are staying in churches and schools.
So Jerry, let me get this understanding. So far, we have about 19 injured, and we have over 1,500 houses destroyed. Is that the case?
Yes.
And then also we have portions of the bridge in the Belsa North District which connects Jansa and neighboring committee also breaking down or washed away.
Breaking down, washed away. And I think the Jansa rivers, there was somebody that drowned there in an attempt to cross. The Tono Dam, the largest dam in the 3 northern regions, that is the Tono Dam, which is located in Navrongo Central. One of the spillway too has given in. So there's spillage going on there and uncontrolled.
And this is as a result of persistent rainfalls, is that correct?
The persistent rainfall that we have just experienced.
Bagri is not yet in, but this is just...
No, Bagri is not yet in. This is just purely torrential rains.
Wow.
Yeah. So all that, the few that are in the schools, what we have done is that mats, some few relief items, mats, blankets, detergents, aquitaps, that is for treating water, for clean water. So far is good. I must also add that some of the graveyards too have collapsed, and that is our concern because there are boreholes that are closer to those graveyards, and then they have also collapsed, and that is where we would want the health directorate to come in to determine the cleanness of the water and then possible outbreaks of diseases. And in terms of lands, in fact, not until the water recedes, the farmlands cannot be determined. And that is, we normally bring in our collaborators, that is the agri sector, to determine the acreage that has been affected and the farmlands and which crops, is it maize or granules that has been affected. That is where we are now.
I see, but as we speak now, are you able to confirm the number of people who've lost their life?
Yes, there are 28.
28?
Yes.
As a result of persistent rainfall?
Persistent rainfall, 28.
Buildings breaking down?
Breaking down.
Bridges collapsing? You
have 2 got drowned. One was as a result of lightning, the rest buildings collapsing on them, mostly during sleep.
So, just like you're appealing to the health authorities, what's the approach of NADMO to probably make sure they curtail for now, temporarily?
Well, for now, it's how to house them, those who are not taken in by neighbors, to get the relief aspect, that is the food aspect to them, the medical aspect to them. And that is, as I talk to you, I am in Accra. I arrived this morning to meet our NADMO directors, officials that are ready to release items that need. What we are actually doing now is collation of data, trying to classify the data. And then after the classification, when the relief items arrive, we'll be able to distribute them according to ages, the needs, if it's aged, the kids, and all that. So we needed those things to come down to be able to access NADMO relief items.
Okay, but you've been there for quite some time. Is it normal in terms of consistency or persistency of rainfalls in that particular bit of our country? Is that normal?
No, it's not normal. It's actually not normal. Since 2017, the rainfall pattern has not been the normal distance. If it's normal, by this time the rains should have been tapering. That is reducing in the way it falls. But it looks like Meteo is telling us that there's even heavy rains to come, which is unprecedented. Precedented. It has never happened. Normally in October, getting to the end or mid-October onwards, the rains should be reducing in this. But here's the case: we are really being hit. So it hasn't been normal.
Any assessment of farmlands really damaged?
Yes, farmlands are damaged. We cannot actually assess now because all are flooded, not until the water recedes, like I initially said. The agri sector cannot go in. Purely NADMO has no capacity to determine that. It is agri sector, they are our collaborators. So when the water recedes, they would come in and then determine the acreage that has been affected, the type of crops that have been affected, and probably give us an estimate of food shortages that might occur as a result.
Any education on the part of the Ghana Meteorological Agency and how serious are the indigenes taking these, directives or heads up?
Well, I think of late, recently, the meteo stations have been getting it right, accurate, because all their predictions are always, real, they come to pass. But as to whether the local, citizens really adhere or even understand some of these messages is the problem. Because one, radio distance is not broadly widespread. Television is not widespread in those communities that have been hit. So definitely you might even just have only one person or two. Well, fortunately, the telephones now, which is widespread, have distance. Whether they are able to access or not is the problem. But I think there's some cultural practices that have also brought us to this point. One, most of our people, they have lived in certain areas which they call ancestral homes. They don't want to move and then leave the father's grave or the mother's grave. That is where they are distant. And they just know that they are in swampy areas. But because of that traditional belief, they sit by to do this. But NADMO has always gone on sensitization programs. During the dry season, we try to let them understand that prepare for the rainy season by replastering the walls, by rebuilding walls, by fortifying their houses, roofings, hitting back the nails. All these programs have been going on, but the question is this. But I strongly also think that nature has been overpowered the people. The downpour was so heavy that at least even block houses had to give way.
Yeah, because I was going to touch on the type of buildings that we have.
Yes.
But if you are saying blockhouse, then it means that it was very heavy, strong.
Yeah, very heavy, yes.
I see. So let's me say thank you, but NADMO, capacity to fill in the gap?
NADMO has not got the capacity to build houses for victims. But what we can do is the relief aspect. Well, how do we help them? That is building back better. That is the stage at which we are going, and which has always been our motto. Now the disaster has happened. How do we help them build back better? So normally what we do is that after all these problems, we have ways of getting the foundations with concrete, and then the mud aspect comes up so that the foundation is stronger. So that is where we would, from the relief stage that will soon be moving in, we'll be going back to we'll be going into the building back better. How do we help them to come back to their broken houses? How do we help them to build? That is where roofing sheets, cement, and all that would distance. But NADMO generally has no capacity to build houses for people.
But Uncle Jerry,
and again, our weakest point is we don't equally have the mandate, the legal framework that NADMO can go and actively stop people from building in waterways or break houses in waterways. That is the problem. I think there has been a proposal on that, but it hasn't been effective. It hasn't been effective. So we are hoping that if we are empowered in future, at least it can also assist, because we can determine where a building can be located. And then I think if by that advice, the society would at least be able to minimize the damages should disaster happens.
My final question. Maminka Etiefo says, Wabeka and Sa, ye Kasa Efa, ye Upper East, na Nyoma Bia, Akoso, Amani Pebi Mashri, one in Kwa, Adaya Bubu Bridges, and so, a fancy baby, in so, Ato, Atuaso, Namako, and what in fact, Nipa, a Duno, any actually, and actually, one Enkwan. Now, the biggest challenge ahead, Bagri Dam, spillover.
Yeah.
This is just persistent rainfall. But Bagri Dam, we know the times of the spillovers. What have we been doing over time as a unit force in terms of as a country to probably make sure these spillages in relation to Bagri Dam does not become another challenge for us again?
I think with that question, I am weakly armed to answer that question because it is at governmental levels that this basic problem can sort out.
So yours has always been educating and alerting the people.
Education and alerting to the problem of why Bagri must have their dump, and the effect is always on us. I think that is on the governmental levels. But
that's been with us. That's another big challenge coming.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying, that I would be the little ant to talk about that. So I don't know what, at the higher level, top level, governmental levels, what was the arrangement. So I would want to reserve my my answers for the superior people to answer.
But we can get the assurance that as we speak now, even though the persistency of rainfall is still ongoing, we are guaranteed that lives are in safe hands. Is that the case?
And it is possible that the Bagri Dam will not be spilled.
Okay.
Their life is in safe hands.
All right. Jerry,
but I would want to use your media to anybody who can assist the region with any contribution, any form, even use clothing, who would accept them.
Most grateful. Upper East Regional Director Nadmo Jerry Asmeno no ati na kasa na nsem nyina ne se okọ Upper nsu ato so na mako enwotwe a egusu a eto na yone de ba ne se ene bridges ahodo ewo honom edan ahodo ewo honom nipa nsu a won wonom no, as we speak now he's confirmed it, over 20 and actually won nkwa esa se nsu a etoto anso ho akra na ho de asama na hu kra ne se ose amusie bi wo honom na se musie no so no honso na bura so honom ana nsuo na to abro so ama musie ni nsuo nyina no atu abom sa na meka no afra nti ono so de ade se de to won e yapom ahwa yapom de won sem se entempa won mewe se ebura nsuo ahodo e wo honom ene eye emusie ye nsuo abechima afra no kwan be fa so ebetimi ahwe na ya ma nyoma mu ada ho fine na kofa ya de bia eye kranko ameto so good one and sad one. To the families, they've lost their dear ones. We say our condolence. But and the papa, and toward that's any friend. Very painful. Say in Sutoto Breno. Now, and I'm wondering, this week I've been saying it. It's so hard to turn. If you look at the calendar, June, July, August. They say it shouldn't know about corner pepe. But they say yeah. I think anytime, any day, anyhow, no. Insurance banner by better material service forces. They keep giving heads up, but no. Who say insure tono anything, anytime, anyhow, no. As I say, be done. Idea be a very careful, especially in relation to construction. Very, very important. So na Director of Communication NADMO George AC. Also any edinkomo na ya one also na montua 1A2. Ewa George Macha pom di say
boko majozo ba mana
the nyamia say not move for mo sorry ya de bia boku senior man kwan. This is what is coming from Upper East. Mwate na more that capacity somebody be so ano kakra kopem say the bigger help ni beba.
Yo medasi ma minchia wetie for the SCA regional director no so meno ka say we be doing kan na on me director general be meeting on the way forward and we be doing kan yate the so on preliminary support na we am the ama mu nyina wa boy amane.
He ends up by saying say ohiamwa to appeal to society say bibia o de beba be so na se ama wono so etime distribute ama Ghana for the share one upper is no or their two one anim. But in times like this not body and pa na mbetimi aye.
Yo man in times like this one you follow on your warehouse the why you betimi dia koboa wo mo say enough your penny at me echo the Minister of Interior, Finance Minister for contingent support. You depending on the situational reporter, Babada and Penny and him, and all the Betusa Anamon. And that's a situation, yes, such say, reserves or between Akobwa or more will fall on that. Plus, you two Anamako Interior Minister and a Finance Minister for support.
Much man you must see and Motu and Moan as a day.
Oh, that be here warehouses or we cacao and to be a bit seen say if we are overwhelmed, bro, yes, and you two ye for contingent support. But said the on the media support for na ye di.
I see. So in this particular case, not Momana Montun Becosing.
Oh, my initially, into now penny na be doing no. After meeting, I know a bit the directive, Director General Bema on how to go and support them immediately.
George AC, Director of Communications, NADMO. My man now was said also want that information. I'm more acting quickly on it. I'm hoping that by close of day, na mo time to anamo aye papa. Na amade share so e wo honom no bibia timi akokam na bagrida mo nsensemi na me busano but o si na ho ode no wo fom so betimi ama me muaya e beto masum wadaruma ya bedun kan de e bia na ode obetimi ama ya na montuo bia na hihye bia egu akwama spillover no o si anhwe kura na antimi amasa but e banso e bia na nhya mudi gu akwam.
Yeah, and we cry, and to be honest with you, some of us are a bit surprised because you had the advanced team call to prepare for the Bagri, the possible spillage of the Bagri Dam. And she may do Nana, I'll be called by your Deputy Director General, Honorable Abu Ramadan, I called him on 2 occasions. Preparing for the possible spillage. And she's your betoya, we be yikaka. So far, no, as of now, normally around August, September, no, that Bagri, October, we hoping say, Ebiana and Maso, but this year, I talk a year was strong. No, be the possibilities for they may get in touch with us on baby, so I'm the boy, I'm and Sana, on my BA.
I see. Well, my a lot of in Zambia, ebiwa ehu kakra. I say, for instance, in Sona Toama, a tria for Musie, so tutu, a muahodu go na afra, a buddha so motutu, ensu. Inti ohu kakra, nimuse, one way yana, ekofa, ya dear cranko, abeto, so. Monshishe, more consider how to probably save this situation on this matter of health.
Director of disease epidemics near in our and their meeting obey and about Miss Director General Befre, director into the meeting for the way of Mefe because yes, we would do Ukonumusio be if you brew a money where the or how beba and the Ayabo Mukoko on site and the support either directly from here and our district ensure the best support to almost so back. So they are almost no number Musia or how beba. Yes, Jane you between one amount to avoid any possible disease epidemic.
Georgia, you see, one of these days, Mestres Yebejibre did not moon como or Dwaso Nsem. So grateful. Georgia is here, Director of Communication, Manadmo, and what is here in Chinko. We ragu can see man Professor Atnase, Prof. Akwaba no saying, Baby Anam Lekwanzo. Ensure to talk be our one. Say no more area.
Oh, a Senate DBA, a feeling best.
If ye are not quite an agata at the Indian Potina de Bao,
a Trimba Aquantim Pum,
a Trimba Aquantim Punum, now Mashan Kaya Diana. It you quite a month of fear. Almost a chum, what I know is most what I know is a bassa, one also on a better so more deno. Almost funny people from a trade to tria and 2 cities. It will be or bomb pies in Super Top Bibiadano. No, a chini per feed, a tree coquetry. It will funny per Dukrana. 2 cities or the calling him. So what I say. But what has been baby out in
not more a body canoes most. That's one better canoes more. What the baby can Metiabanso. But this is me dining you.
My assume Diana, because as you say, no. Ocean Granatitra, baby, I want to shoot you fast. Ultimus, Obina to Gata, now Obina SC World War, and Obina Fibia Bisia, and Obina a young Cassania cause those problems for ourselves. The answer why a problem of mine.
My name won't say, Pan say, as a sitting kind of baby in Suya foul.
Say, yes, I
first night in this how baby.
It didn't Amanabasa.
Your areas be salad, more a Uba second, a quadra man, so far. You see, the as baby and suta, but as a result of a friends and human actions, quite fast to ball and Ninyama Guema and say almost every got a beer chuku. It is only your baby on the Subetians are fat. It is an enough in the pabetna. And not done a problem I do, Krumano.
It's your one able mine.
I think that individually you be as a son, a bit.
I love that. But one able mine, I love that. Yes, this will political parties. They are just few.
More responsibility or neglected here. But who's gonna make us a first name is how bank and first meet Lajo meet Yabansu, so to me to about downtown.
Wow,
about so TV people are TV or no more. I say no, or more for by Miss Rono. Every year, be an report to them who say, I've been in him cemetery at the Bia.
That means that on minor Casana, yeah, my mufono. Every year, be a report to the into an automobile.
Every year, be a report to my Sunday, multimedia class and the Sunday, never cracks and job. After say in Bano, be sent to Yemen, send you down, baby, a large and Sumiko time, Corno, Nasasna, Ari, Rintam sides, and Mudaho. A very quiet house, me could
very deceptive.
That make coffee one day, me fear me coffee, me do feel, me share me feel for us almost so echo per biada. Me coffee, no more copper biada.
As you should cheer for
Timikujana, baby, me Timijana, me Zura Kata, Danny Nash, and say, Yenny, Anaja, me Bobo can run up Sandy Eddy, a Sandy Frio. Indeed, about so as Sunday, say me friend Yagro, I'm a South about 3 Susan as in Tema. You won't say a dinosaur.
Wow,
it's baby and you won't crass. I, it's no Yankasa activities I know, and I'm any as in sooner abetuye or baby will be a
Yankasi.
Oh, yeah, you soon that could be a befidu and Cassana May. Oh, baby, will be a resident in Mexico. Yabuano say, Dr.
Winfred Ofosu, our Upper East. na ene ye ka se nsu atoto ama afra asieye ne efu ne abura no. You know, when you are so much they reliance most on this kind of abura ne sa anom de juma. Na se nipa wawu na nsu afra ne nipa emu no na asa afra nsu ayankasa ebi edidi juma yedi senioma yedi enu aduane na yenum na sa ade na afra no esi age adisua efa abenfo ho ntia we the doctor beka
a problem pa ntia so afra doctor
yeah we the doctor beka
we apart for say emuni ho konia ba no astrotef na aban so encourage a build other places yet maintenance facilities na so eba beka
sa how na account
very good account that ntia problem.
Doctor, good morning. Apom to say.
Yeah, good morning.
Fine. Oh, okay. Doc, we have a problem this morning. The problem is simple. Persistent rains is causing what we say we all don't want to hear and know. But unfortunately, that's the situation. Now, the danger is that there's a mix-up in terms of wells that have been dug and then cemeteries mixing up because of the persistent rains. Our fear is that there could be a probable outbreak of a disease. That is what we want to know. A combination or a mixture of these two issues. How do we solve it?
Yes, thank you. Certainly, when we have rains, there is runoff water that can go to places and contaminate our food, our water, also our hands, personal hygiene, and that. So, we have stepped up public education on one, personal hygiene. So that people wash their hands very well. The water they drink, the food they eat, they make sure that it's hygienically safe, so that they don't contract any infections as a result of that. In addition, where there are exposures and things like you've mentioned, we are working with other partners to make sure that they are properly addressed, so that doesn't constitute public health hazard to the people in the region and those areas.
But what are some of the probable defects that we will have as a people when we have waters that are not supposed to be together? I don't know how to put it in this matter. Water from the well, water from the cemetery as a result of persistent rains just combining for us to use it. What are the possible implications?
For example, if you have water flowing from the cemetery into the well, if people have been buried recently and they are just decomposing and there's any infections there, it could be carried along into those wells. Again, if you have toilets around which are flooded, the water could be carried from there and contaminate the wells, and that will include any infection, including cholera. It could be there, or typhoid, or even hepatitis. Those infections could be carried and contaminate the water, or even the food, because if that water is used to wash the plates or other things to serve the food, it could at the end contaminate the water, or that water is drunk directly. So there are health implications if we don't treat the water that is contaminated and then we drink like that.
What would you advise in times like this?
Oh, we already are giving education to the public that one, personal hygiene is very, very important, so that they wash their hands very well. I mean, before they put anything in the mouth, the water they drink, they must make sure that it is safe. It's not one of those that have been contaminated with bad waters. That's very, very important. In addition, where we have particularly these exposures and water has run over those areas to contaminate the water available for the community, that water
if they are going to drink it, at least they can boil it, so that if there are any germs inside, you kill it. Boil it and cool before they drink. So the household water, in particular, that they use for cooking, they drink, must be taken good care of, and even bathing, so that they don't contract any contagious infections as a result of.
Dr. Winfred Ofosu, thank you for this education this morning on the show.
A pleasure.
Well, any doctor so could you come winning Nancy in Sua and they never said anyway.
Doctor say I'm born in Suno. Can we always have the opportunity and a privilege?
No, you have to do that. No, but I'll come here so yeah. I'll come here so yeah.
I see a Keteli problem not to say and Sana could do baby.
In Keteli in the die war no. Na ya so waka boapa you to tune your magubaza basa. What I say na you should you do some pepe show you.
You do some paper, but your some institutions be town and country planning who can about.
No, I'm not so fancy.
Oh, I'm so we see them being a biomena.
And some before
a boga way to make cancer institutions. Well, be a day, boga, what I can't have stop work. Oh, pick a cab, mom, I will say, Dan, you continue.
Well, hey.
Oh, continue there.
No, but you don't have to do that.
Was it Daniel continue?
Adom Sports number one. Adom Sports number